the NBA trade deadline, obviously lots of moves have been made in the off season, and coming up to the start of the season now soon, I think 60 days, I think. 60 days, yeah. Who's going to get traded? Judah?
Well, obviously, the big one, I'm just going to put it out there, Rudy Gay, the big one, straight up. He's been on Sacramento's, the chopping block. He's been on there for a while now. I mean, there's been many trade rumors, especially quite a few of him being moved to Chicago. They've been swirling around the interweb for a long time now. Obviously, it's never actually occurred, but Sacramento have been looking to move him. They just want him get that right trade.
Yeah, no, I certainly agree. It wouldn't shock me if they made that move. In saying that, the Bulls need a power forward. It's one of the main reasons I honestly think they could get Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
You can look at countless. I think did we do a podcast on it, Blake Griffin? Yeah, we did. Yeah, you can look earlier. Here's the plug. You can look earlier in the Nothing But Net podcast video. See a podcast about Blake Griffin possibly going to the Bulls. I honestly think it could happen. He hates the equipment manager. You can do they're saying it's all well. I doubt it.
Well, you don't know. That's just
I accidentally
speculations.
Blake Griffin accidentally high-fived his equipment manager in the face.
Speculations, mate. He might not hate him. It could have been just like
Could have been an accident.
Yeah,
accidentally punched him.
Genuinely accident.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, but look, I think he'd definitely be a big pickup. And the main reason I'd say the Clippers would want to make it is because Mirotic, Gibson, and first round pick, even Valentine, really. First of all, Gibson and Mirotic are off contract at the end of the year, so that's plenty of cap room for them. As is Griffin, but they'd want something in return. And if they could re-sign Mirotic, I think he's a restricted free agent, so they could match any offer. You get a Valentine, you get a young player that you could possibly retrade, and you get Gibson, serviceable big man who could start just for that year, and then you could dump him at the end of the year. But no, Mitch, who do you think possibly could be getting traded, or is most likely to be getting traded before the trade deadline?
I think someone who might not attract much attention, but is very likely to be traded, is Nick Young or D'Angelo Russell, just for the controversy that they've got. Obviously, lots of you would know about D'Angelo Russell snitching on Nick Young last year, and that's obviously affected the teammate chemistry amongst the Lakers. So you've got to think that one of them's just got to go,
Yeah. No. D'Angelo Ratsdale.
That's a very good point. I think that's definitely. I think New York, LA have to do something about that. I mean, it disrupts their team chemistry too much having them together. I mean, there's no doubt that Nick Young would hate him after that. I mean, I don't know who wouldn't hate someone after they did that. I mean, not saying Nick Young's doing the right thing, but I mean, that's definitely he's not gonna like him after that. So they do need to make a move, take someone out of there. I don't think it's gonna be Russell though. I think if they're gonna ship someone, they're gonna get rid of Nick Young. I mean, why do LA need Russell? I mean, they don't need him.
Well, a potential reason I think would be Russell would surely have more upside than Nick Young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I agree. Lakers' main intention would be to get rid of Nick Young.
Mm-hmm.
But if some crazy offer, Okafor perhaps, Andrew Wiggins, not saying it's likely, but, probably not Andrew Wiggins, but, some other young player, star for him, I can certainly see it coming.
No doubt that much.
I mean, another option is obviously the Sacramento Kings again, like you said, but DeMarcus Cousins. He's obviously been on the chopping block for a while. Will he get traded, do you think? Will we see Boogie in a different uniform by the end of the year?
Yeah, well, Boogie definitely doesn't like playing for Sacramento. I mean, he wants to play in a good team. He wants to play in a team where he can win a championship. So, I mean, Sacramento, Rudy Gay, Boogie, both been on the chopping block for a very long time now. Boogie's, I don't think he's going to be traded in the near future, though. I mean, Sacramento they seem to be looking to rebuild. They want to get rid of their current stars, mix things up because their current lineup. They got stars, but I mean it's not working at all for them. So they need to mix things up. So yeah, I think Boogie definitely could be traded. I mean they really probably don't want to trade Boogie because he's a great player. He's probably best center in the league, easy. But they're gonna have to trade him because he doesn't want to play them.
Yeah, probably I'd say Carmelo Anthony. Just he'd give them so many options. Obviously, a great player. Lots of teams would be would be interested in a player like Carmelo. Lots of teams. It would attract a lot of interest from the league, and obviously he'd probably want to go because he wants to go to a team that could have a really good shot at the title, and New York maybe isn't that team at the moment.
Oh, Knicks need to rebuild.
I don't know.
One, they're doing a dishonour. When have they ever been?
Yeah, okay.
But no, look, the Knicks are doing a dishonour to themselves. They're doing a dishonour to Carmelo Anthony. They're doing a dishonour to the fan. And we probably should have covered this in the Knicks Super Team video. But what is the Knicks' goal?
To
What
win
is
a
the Knicks' goal?
championship, I don't know.
But like
Well,
realistically,
if Rose has been talking to all the guys, and if they consider
Who are
themselves
all
a
on
super
weed.
team, if they consider them, if Rose and all Melo and all that, if they consider themselves a super team, then their goal is obviously to win a title. I mean, probably a very
delusional can you
minimalistic
be?
chance of that happening, but that's
like, are they
obvious-
planning on the
that's
whole
obviously-
Golden State Warriors team to like
Well,
be
honestly,
in a plane crash?
every
like,
team's goal is to have a chance at a title. Like,
Sure.
it's
Oh,
every
is
team's
it?
goal.
Minnesota's not. Minnesota's is to build a team all the way up and eventually. I understand, like current year. I understand
Yeah,
every
but
team in the
eventually
future.
their goal
no,
is to
I
win a
understand, but I
title.
meant this year. What is the Knicks' goal for this year? Oh, like at the end of this year, what will Knicks fans go? Yeah, we had a good season.
Yep.
What is it? What at the end of the year? Is it a certain record? Is it a certain making the playoffs? Is it making the second round?
Well,
Making the
it's
conference
obviously-
final?
It's
Like,
obviously to win a title. I mean, if they all consider themselves a super team,
I
then that's
understand
their
that.
goal.
I understand that, but real fans, like surely
Realistically,
realistically,
yeah.
what
It'd
is
be
it?
to make the playoffs, really.
To make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Maybe second.
To make it, yeah,
Maybe
to make
second
it a
round?
second round.
Maybe second round. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if they do good, possibly even conference finals.
So if you're doing that, I can see that happening with Melo there. But long-term, future-wise, if their goal is to win a championship, like you guys are saying which is basically every team's goal for the future, because not every team can win it this year. It's the cold heart. Like Chicago's not going to win this year. I'd love them to, but they're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brooklyn
Yeah.
aren't going to win it this year.
No.
They probably won't win it in the next 50 years. But they won't. They
They
certainly.
probably won't win it in their history.
They certainly
In
will
the
not win it
future.
this year. Yeah, they'll be relocated like Seattle. But no, they won't win it this year. How are the Knicks going to win it in the future? Rose is gone at the end of the year. If you re-sign him, God knows how much you're going to be re-signing him for. Noah's old. Melo's getting older. He's not, he can't win a championship by himself. Porzingis is young. He's better.
Yeah, well-
And Courtney Lee is young. Out of that starting five, I see Courtney Lee and Porzingis as the only two people they possibly
Yeah,
could keep.
Well, Nick's got to start focusing on their young talent, like you said. Ship out Melo when Rose's contract ends. Don't re-sign him. Just let him loose.
What do you do with Noah though?
Well, if Noah stays healthy, I mean, he's decent. Like he can if they have Porzingis and Lee running the show and possibly a few other stars in the future, you don't know. Then Noah would be a great one to have there, like just playing center, pulling down boards, playing defense,
And I mean,
while
he'd be a
everyone else
fan-
does the offense.
He'd be a fantastic mentor, but I don't see how they're going to be able to do this. As in, you're saying get the young talent.
Yep.
Well, if they're going to make the playoffs this year, you sort of you're not going to get you're not going to get a good draft pick. So your future's being I don't understand what the Knicks are doing. Like last year, 2 years ago, they tanked essentially to get Porzingis, right? Like they tanked. They didn't do well. They rested Melo for just about the whole 3 quarters of the year. 2014-2015 season, they tanked. Then this year they're competing, but not really. Like it's as bad as the Bulls. Like they really, like realistically. But I wouldn't even say like. And everyone keeps saying, "Oh yeah, well the Knicks. Well, if Rose comes, then they'll be able to attract Durant." Well, did they?
No.
Well, but next year they'll attract Curry. Will they? Of course not. Will they get Blake
Rose
Griffin?
isn't
Of
really
course
an
not.
attraction. I
No.
mean,
You know what I mean? As in-
Melo's
as-
getting old. Maybe when Melo was
as, yeah,
younger,
as
would
in
have attracted
people
big
will
time.
not. Yeah, people will not sign with the Knicks unless your career is on the downfall, like Rose, like Noah. You know what I mean? Or if they can give you a starting job, which you really don't deserve. Which, no offense to Courtney Lee,